We're so happy to have you join us today at our favorite Chinese restaurant in Vegas, SK Seafood. And to all those who've left us such great comments and subscribed, thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to us. Welcome to Let's Eat Vegas, a guide to Las Vegas restaurants, buffets, and other eating establishments, showing you the good, the bad, and the delicious. SK Seafood reminds me of the famed Madame Wu's. When I was a kid, she was a legend in the culinary world and a trendsetter. Madame Wu's was my mom's favorite Chinese restaurant in Los Angeles, and exactly what went on in their kitchen was always shrouded in mystery, as there was but one small pass-through guarded by a solid sliding door, cracking open just long enough for Madame Wu to send out the most exquisitely delicious dishes anyone had ever tasted. I'd never had food that good again until the day I discovered SK Seafood. As with Madame Wu's, they get packed every day of the week because the cuisine is just the best in the city. Doesn't this Kung Pao chicken look just incredible? The Kung Pao chicken is so darn good, it takes me back to my childhood. SK's is one of, if not the best, in all of Chinatown. The flavorful memory of the food coming out of that little window at Madame Wu's from my childhood is ingrained in my mind and still haunts my dreams. Here, there's so much going on in the dish. The sauce is spicy and rich in umami, and the burnt, charred flavor of the roasted chilies permeate this dish, taking it to another level. I'm so happy my dreams have come true, and I can finally have a comparable magical Kung Pao chicken to Madame Wu's here at SK. The sweet and sour chicken, textbook perfect. And look at this huge portion, a veritable mountain of yummy delight. Take one bite, and you can hear angels singing in harmony. Never greasy, always crispy, light little nuggets of golden chicken nestled in a perfectly balanced, tangy, sweet and savory sauce. You never feel weighed down after eating this because the flavors are so clean. This fantastic dish consists of brilliantly prepared chicken, bathed in a sumptuous golden liquid and layered with green bell peppers, pineapple, and onions. It's so good it can make a grown man cry. Without fail, we get this every time we come here. Crispy noodles. Wow, look how beautiful this dish looks. You can almost taste it with your eyes. I wish we had smell-o-vision so you could experience the intoxicating aroma. Crispy fried noodles with a wonderful gravy, hints of chive, garlic, and soy. Velveted beef and bok choy delicately placed on top. I love that it's a mixture of crunchy and soft noodles. When you first bite into the noodles, so crispy they pop in your mouth with an explosion of flavor. And as you eat more, the noodles begin to soften, and it almost turns into a whole new and equally satisfying dish. Crispy salt and pepper fried filet. This is the first time I've ever ordered it here, but it sure won't be my last. It reminds me of what fish and chips should taste like, but rarely do. A light batter, not heavy or greasy in any way. Every bite so vibrant that each flake of the fish seems to come alive in your mouth. The salt, fresh ground pepper, sliced jalapenos, and chopped green scallions are just breathtaking. These fish nuggets are not at all fishy. They use flounder and make it fresh live from fish tanks that they have in the back. All the seafood served here is live, meaning that when you order it, it comes from the tanks. It makes a huge difference in the taste and quality. This is my first time trying the honey walnut shrimp. Sadly, it's not my favorite thing they make. Though the shrimp were some of the freshest shrimp I've ever tasted since they were caught live, the sauce lacked the sweetness my American palate craves in this dish. The candied walnuts were, however, perfection. I could eat them by the handful. Honey walnut shrimp is a newish dish introduced in the 1980s from Hong Kong, as a dish geared mostly to the American taste buds. Maybe that's why I didn't find it appealing, as this place isn't overly concerned with catering to our Western sugar addiction. Crispy orange beef. It's great. It's a cross between China Mama and Mr. Chow's. And that's saying a lot since China Mama is famous for this dish. Nice and crispy, but not at all heavy or greasy. The sauce is the perfect balance of sweet and tart. There must be some sort of magic pixie dust involved. I love the subtle orange flavor and pieces of red chili that give it that spicy flavor. Curry brisket hot pot is one of my go-to dishes here. I really hope you'll give it a try. This is a very authentic dish from China, and hot pot was one of the oldest ways of serving food in their history. A hot pot is essentially a stew that can be made from any type of meat or vegetable. It originated from the time before modern stoves were around, when foods were cooked over an open fire. The curry influence comes from the influx of Indian and Malaysian settlers to China. They brought these spices with them and infused them into Chinese cuisine. This is what I consider to be comfort food at its finest. You have to try this wonderful dish. You won't be disappointed. Salt and pepper pork chop, one of my favorite dishes ever. Of course, I love anything fried, and these pork chops have so much going on with a great crispy texture. They take you down to Flavor Town. I love the spicy and salty flavors of the salt and pepper. Bits of jalapenos and chopped green onions impart just the perfect amount of spice and umami flavor. I would say this dish is a 10 out of 10. The tea here is always complimentary. They start you with a hot pot of jasmine and will gladly refill it if you'd like more. The rice is also free here. They give you a large container of it. The Mongolian beef has deep, rich flavors of a hearty, savory, and perfectly tender velveted beef. All that along with a slightly sweet brown sauce, seared in a wok, then stir-fried with green bell peppers and green and white onions. It's really a terrific dish. This is one of the best made Mongolian beefs you'll find anywhere. However, today they were a little heavy on the onions and light on the beef. I mentioned it to them and they apologized. I guess with hard times, restaurants are having to stretch their recipes or raise their prices. SK hasn't raised their prices since I've been coming here, and that's been well over 3 years now. Shrimp with black bean sauce. The only better shrimp with black bean sauce you'll find is out of my kitchen. That being said, this is a fantastic dish. Many people don't realize it, but there are in fact no black beans in shrimp and black bean sauce. What appears to be black beans are fermented soybeans. Once again, the shrimp here is so fresh and firm, live right out of the tank. The shrimp are quickly fried with tons of garlic, green peppers, onion, soy, and oyster sauce. It's the umami-rich fermented soybeans that give this recipe its unique flavor. This satay chicken over chow fun, such great comfort food. If I'm ever sick, forget the chicken soup and just bring me over an order of this delightful concoction. Though the name is confusing being called satay, it's nothing like Thai satay. It's a wonderful mixture of thick, chickeny gravy, white pepper, and rich notes of umami. Then it's served atop a bed of thick chow fun rice noodles. Very filling, and it's only $10.88 during lunch. Combination fried rice, a delightful medley of velveted beef, shrimp, and chicken. Stir-fried with rice and scrambled eggs into a sumptuous, savory dish that's guaranteed to please your palate. This fried rice was so good. It's subtle in flavor, yet has rich umami back notes that just make you want more and more. I could have sat there all day and eaten the whole dish of it. Oh, would you look at that? That's exactly what we did. Peking pork chops. Wow, this is really a tremendous dish. And there's so much going on in the flavor department. Fried pork chops, well, you had me at fried. But then this wonderful Peking sweet and sour sauce just takes it to another level. I love anything with Chinese sweet and sour sauce, and this is no exception. We both thoroughly enjoyed this dish. But it is a little hard to eat because of the bones. If you don't like that, it's very similar to the sweet and sour pork, which is simply a boneless version with chunks of pork with the same sauce. Singapore noodles is yet another fantastic dish. I love the delicate flavors and textures, not at all stodgy or heavy in flavor or texture as many Singapore noodles are. The curry is just the right amount, not too over the top, and the chow shu pork, shrimp, and chicken goes so well in this wonderful noodle dish. This was our first time ordering it, but looking around, we always see it on many other tables, and now I know why. Well, it would appear we ended up saving the best for last. The diced ribeye with garlic reminded me of a famous dish called Crying Tiger that I've always loved and make at home sometimes. This garlic ribeye is like steak hopped up on steroids that packs a punch of deep, rich umami flavor. I'm sure they share many of the same ingredients: soy sauce, lots of garlic, fish sauce, oyster sauce, and sugar. You have to try this dish if you're a steak lover as we are. This is one of the most flavorful ribeyes you'll ever taste, and you'll thank us later. So, if you're looking for great food, this is the spot. SK Seafood has the best Chinese food in town. I've never had a bad meal here, and their food's always fresh and very consistent. The first time we came here, we were the only Westerners in the joint, but that's how you know the food is authentic. It's a no-frills kind of atmosphere, a hidden gem, definitely a hole in the wall. But what it lacks in decor, they more than make up with great food. Come here for the lunch specials. They're a great bargain, and it's a whole a la carte portion served with a huge side of rice. This is one of the best kept secrets among locals. And if you're looking for a deal, then dine here for lunch. It's served every day from 11 to 4:30 except holidays, and the prices are just unbeatable. If you're looking for the best Chinese food in Vegas, well, you found it. This place is second to none. I hope you check it out and love it as much as we do. And who knows, maybe we'll see you there. I know we're all guilty of watching videos on YouTube and not subscribing. As a reminder, it's free to subscribe, and it really helps us bring you more videos. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notifications bell. It means a lot to us. Until we eat again, bon appetit.